Host Charbria Shine, and welcome back to Max Out Girl. So y'all want to be listening today, okay? She is not only the founder, she is the CEO. She is running the thing at Aura Bazaar retail stores. We have Jessica Morales. Hey, girl.
Ooh, thanks for having me.
Of course, you know it, girl. So how are you today?
I'm wonderful. I'm blessed.
You're blessed. Okay, so look, we're continuing our dream series, which it's encouraging women to go after their wildest dreams, set vision and goals for their lives, and to not settle for less, right? So we want them to max out. So I want to kind of talk about it because you have a successful business, all right? A lot of ladies that are listening to this dream series, maybe, they want to start a business, maybe they have a business, and they just need a little bit of encouragement. So let's talk about it, and let me ask you this. Have you always loved fashion, even as a little girl?
Yes, I actually have loved fashion. I've always loved to stand out and wear different things, and it was
looking good today.
Oh, thank you, Aura Bazaar. But yes, it has always been a challenge because I'm a bigger size, so it was always hard to find clothing. So I had to kind of make my own.
Oh,
so, yeah.
Did you? Oh, that's cool. Like, did you sew or did you kind of just mix and match things?
Actually, more from the styling perspective.
Okay.
So I would take basic looks and put them together. But no, I can't even sew a button.
I can tell you're a fashionista.
Yeah, so thank you.
You're hilarious. Okay, so you always have loved fashion, but did you always know you wanted to run a business and a business that had to do with fashion?
No idea. So, I was always taught to have a job as like either be a lawyer, a doctor, a corporate job.
Yeah.
So fashion wasn't never in the dreams, but I actually wanted to be a fashion editor. I wanted to work for Vogue and go to New York and write for the newspaper because I love fashion and I was always good with writing. And that was my original dream.
Okay. Wow, I love New York. New York.
Yes.
Okay. So let me ask you this. So you always love fashion. You always were a fashionista. You saw a problem, which was that they didn't have the clothing that you liked or stylish clothing for plus size women, correct? And is that what kind of motivated you to go for it?
Yeah, so there was a gap in the market. There was only like big box stores like Lane Bryant or Ashley Stewart back in the day. And for a vibrant 20-year-old, I wasn't.
That ain't gonna work.
No.
That ain't gonna work, girl.
No, I can't wear that. They stressed. No, I can't wear that to the club. So I started looking at bloggers and looking at different stylists and seeing what they would wear and how they would put their outfits together. And then when I would go shopping, I couldn't find anything. So I said, this is where I would like to invest my money in. One thing I didn't mention, I always did want to have my own business. I just didn't know it was going to be in fashion, correct?
Okay. So where do you feel like that passion for business even came from? Because you had it when you were young, right?
Yes, yeah. So my parents were entrepreneurs.
That's it.
Yeah. My parents were entrepreneurs. They owned their own cell phone store.
Okay.
So, I was always looking at like franchise, like Little Caesars, different insurances, but never knew it was going to be a boutique.
Okay. That's awesome. But you love fashion. You saw a gap. Y'all hear this, ladies? She saw a potential opportunity to fix a problem. So I love that. Sometimes that's how you can get your idea. Like, what bothers you or what do you see that you feel like, okay, this is a problem that I want to fix.
Right.
And I love that. So you said your parents were entrepreneurs and so you kind of already had that entrepreneur gene. Like, okay, I see how they're doing this. Right. I kind of see how, this goes. But what, like, really, were you afraid, like, to go after it? So you saw this gap in the market. You love fashion. Did it start, like, in your 20s or did it take you a while? Like, what was that journey like? How did you get into it? And were you afraid when that light bulb went off and you're like, wow, fashion, business?
Yeah. Actually, seeing my parents as entrepreneurs deterred me from wanting to have a business.
Oh, okay. Why is
You
that?
know, because of the struggle, the roller coaster, the inconsistency, the long hours. So I actually went away from wanting to own a business until I started doing the 9 to 5 and working a corporate job and following the American dream. And, you know, I had a family, I had a husband, I had a house, I had a picket fence, I even had a white dog.
Wow.
And I was still not fulfilled. You know, I needed a sense of ownership of having my own and being able to have something to pass on to the next generations.
Wow, that's powerful. So actually, you had that dream in your heart, but you were like, I see how this is working.
Right.
It's hard, long hours. Sometimes it may have seemed like it wasn't worth it, right? So you kind of went for the American dream, as we call it, and went away from probably what your purpose was, right?
Yes.
Wow. So what was that determining factor? Like you said, okay, I have all this that seems like I have it all. What was that determining factor, the last straw that was like, but no, there is so much more. I want to go after my true dreams, or what I feel my purpose is, or maxing out in my life. What was that moment for you?
Yeah, I wasn't happy. I was working my 9 to 5 job. I was sitting at a desk, and there was still something in my spirit that I was to give. I was to serve. I was to build, and I wasn't doing that with my corporate job and my 9 to 5. But I know that I need to do that because I had a family. I had people that I had to support, so it was a need. And then it just happened to be, I was also a shopaholic. So I would shop.
Girl, you and me
Couldn't
both.
buy,
Okay.
couldn't buy something. I couldn't find anything to buy clothing wise. I saw the gap, and it just led to that. It's just like, I want ownership in a business. I want to fill this gap. You know, I want to help women that look like me, and it just all fell into place.
Wow, that's amazing. So, were there things you had to overcome to take that first step? Because again, here, you have a family, you have responsibilities, we know you got bills, right? This is real world. And you've seen the struggle of your parents, but you're like, I have this burning passion, this desire to go for it. What did you have to overcome to really go for it?
Yes, I had to step out on faith, and I had to overcome my fear. You know, that was the biggest obstacle. You know, I knew how to do numbers, I knew how to run a business. I mean, I knew how to run operations. You know, I was working with all leaders, I was building stuff, but it wasn't my own.
Okay.
And I think another key piece was that, you know, my parents came from nothing. You know, my mom was an immigrant and moved from Colombia and had me when she was 18.
Wow,
so there was that pressure that, you know, I needed to be something. And I wasn't a doctor, I wasn't a lawyer, I wasn't, I keep using these quotation marks, the dream.
Yeah.
You know, but I knew that it couldn't stop with me, and I knew that I would have to help my family, and I would have to help, you know, future generations. And it was the fear and stepping out on faith and trying it out. And then the worst thing is, like, if I fail, what will happen if I fail? What's the worst thing that will happen?
So it was the fear of failure.
Yes.
Wow, that's so powerful. Ladies, I kind of want to just stop there for a second, because I think we all can kind of identify with the fear of failure. Even me, now I'm an entrepreneur, but like you said, I had a full-time job, we got bills, you know, life is life. You're like, I might have this passion, but I got to pay the rent, right? But it comes to a point where I had to ask myself, okay, am I gonna, because I was afraid to fail as well, am I going to continue to fear failing, or continue to fear not fulfilling my purpose, not maxing out a life, not living the dream or the vision that I have for my life? And I feel like for me, what made me just say enough is enough is I was miserable. So like you said, it was like day and night. I want to keep the job, but I'm so darn miserable.
Right.
And for me, I'm such a passionate person, and I like to live out loud and max out. I'm like, how long am I going to stay miserable? How long am I going to be afraid? And the fear might be there, but still step out on faith. Like, because if you stay miserable, I'm more afraid of just living a miserable life, unfulfilled, than failure. Because you fail, you can learn, you can get back up. That's, to me, what entrepreneurship is about. You're going to make mistakes. You might fail, but learn, grow. And at least you have that passion versus being miserable. So I love that.
Yeah, no, I love that, Charbria. It's the same thing. Just, you know, serving your purpose. We are here for a purpose.
Yeah.
And it's hard to find that purpose.
Yep.
You know, do we wake up every day saying, hey, let's be entrepreneurs? No, it doesn't happen. But but there's a purpose in us. There's a reason we're here, and we have people that depend on us.
You're right. Wow, that's powerful. So let me ask you, let's say that there is a woman who's listening on our podcast or who's watching on my YouTube channel. What if she says, you know what, I want to start a boutique or a clothing company, or what would be the first steps, whether it's online or, you know, brick and mortar? What would be kind of like where she would start?
Yes, good question. I think the first thing that you want to see is like, do you have a passion for fashion? I know that sounds cliche,
But it's true.
but it's true. You have to have a passion for fashion. You have to be, are you the stylist girl in your group? Are you the one that people go to you for advice? Are you able to relate to people? Can you dress different? So you have to really have a passion for fashion, because it's not always, the retail game is not always as nice as it looks.
As glamorous
As
as we see
glamorous
on TikTok
as
and
you
Instagram.
see. Exactly. There's a lot behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So that would be the first thing. And then the second thing, I would do my research. You know, there's a lot of boutiques online, in stores. So where do you want to start? Who do you want to target? Who is your customer that you want to sell to? And do some research on those people.
Yeah.
You know, look at trends, look at fashion trends. You know, if you're woman-owned, minority-owned, and want to start a business, look at grants, look at funding. So I think the key thing is just really researching before you step out.
Okay.
You know, what a lot of people do is that, like, I'm cute, I look cute on Instagram, or I look cute on Facebook, I got 300 likes, you know, these guys are following me, like my pics, I'm gonna open up a fashion boutique.
Yeah.
And that's not the right way to go. What you wanna do is take the time to research it before you start investing your money. Go to networking events, go to fashion shows, you know, start building that network and seeing if people are commenting on your look that you styled, you know, get feedback. So start doing some of the research first before you begin.
So what if a woman's like, that sounds great, I have no idea how to research. Where do you even start? I feel overwhelmed. Where would she even start, you'd say?
I would look at the current brands. You know, you're not recreating the wheel. What you want to do is you want to look at who's successful. Look at other boutique owners, Aura Bazaar. Plug.
Shameless plug.
You can look at other stores. You know, what I used to do is I looked at other bloggers online. I looked at other stylists and saw that they were shopping plus size brands in the UK. You know, and 10 years ago that wasn't as popular as it is now.
Yeah.
So I started looking at brands there, how they would style the looks, and then started doing some research there. And now with the information that you have online with YouTube, TikTok, you can actually Google
You can figure it all
how
out.
to start a boutique and do that research.
Yeah, they have a lot of courses nowadays, and there's so much. So you hear that, ladies? We have no excuses. There's a plethora of research opportunities for you to study and find out what you need to find out. So that's great, because I feel like maybe when we were younger, it was so much harder. Like, oh my God, it seemed like a lot of information was on the hush hush. You had to really dig deep or know somebody who knew somebody to get information. But now, it's everywhere. So go Google it, go on YouTube, go on Instagram, TikTok, research bloggers, those types of things, and that's so great. So let's say this girl or woman, she has her name, she knows who her customer is, she's starting to research the trends, who's successful, and she says, okay, how do I get my product, or where do I get my product from? How do I brand my company? Like, where do I go from here? Is it kind of the same thing with looking at bloggers or other people to kind of see what they're doing?
I would say the first thing would be, like, how much do you want to invest? Do you want to have an online boutique, you know, which would be a lesser investment, or do you want to open a brick and mortar?
Okay.
You know, which would be a higher investment. So how do you want to sell your product to people? Do you just want to do vending events? Do you just want to go to different networking events and vend? You know, so that will give you a foundation of how much do you want to invest.
That's awesome. So there's no pressure to have a location.
No.
She can start online, and that's great. And then go to different events and banner pop-ups, things like that. That's amazing. So is that kind of an easier way to get started, kind of get your brand out there before you just say, okay, I'm going to get a lease or I'm going to get a building without customers? Probably not the best thing to do, right?
Agreed.
Okay.
Agreed. Yes, I would say start testing your product. That's part of your research, right? Start testing your product. Go to your local events. You know, jump on your favorite stylist live. You know, comment in there. Start engaging with these people. See what they're talking about. And test your product out before you put in a full investment. You know, invest in maybe 5 different styles, 5 styles, 10 styles that you want to try out at these events. before you purchase thousands of dollars and have inventory just sitting out there.
Yeah, that's great advice.
Been there.
And now we can learn from you,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
Awesome. So what advice would you have for that woman? She's not currently living her dreams. She has a passion, she has desire, but she just doesn't know how to go for it. What would you say to that woman who's not maxing out in life? She's not maxing out, she's not living her dreams.
What do you want to do? So what do you want to do if you weren't getting paid? You know, if you loved styling people, if you love putting clothes on people, a fashion store might not be the right choice for you. You know, because styling is only 10% of running a business, running a store.
Yeah.
So what would you like to do day in and day out, and where you feel fulfilled, you feel purpose when you wake up? For me, it's having freedom to do what I like, making sure that I have ownership, putting smiles on people's face, helping local brands. Those are the things that drive me for living my purpose.
Yeah.
And the boutique is just the way that I make money to be able to do that.
That's awesome. I love something that she said, ladies. I hope you heard that. What would you do kind of for free? And I remember when I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do in entrepreneurship, my husband's like, what just makes you happy? Like, he's like, what would you do if no one was paying you? And I figured it out. It's like, oh my gosh. And for me, obviously, it's talking, but also performing.
Yes.
And it's like, that's so true. And you don't have to throw fashion in there.
Yeah.
But those things that are creative. But it's something that you said also that I think is so profound. Me and my husband was talking about this because sometimes you could say, oh, I love to perform, but then you start a productions company. I'm using me as an example, and it's like, performing is not even mostly what I'm doing.
Exactly.
And for the most part, I started to hate that piece. Like, I want to perform. Well, maybe if you only want to perform and you don't want to do anything else, maybe you need to go perform for another company, because the business piece is what's so big. And, I'm talking to myself because I'm realizing you're so right. The business piece is the piece that, it's not that I'm not good at it. I definitely am, but it's not my favorite piece.
Right.
But you have to ask yourself, ladies, are you willing to push past what may not be your favorite piece to get to that sweet spot of what you love? So those are some things to ask yourself. And going after your dreams, maybe it's not to be an entrepreneur. Maybe it's just to be a CEO for a company, a teacher, to get your master's degree, to be a mom. I mean, what's your dream? So this, series is to encourage you to go after whatever dream you have. But I wanted to bring her on here because I think this is amazing. She has an amazing story. And I love the fact that she's going for it all, right? Yeah, she worked a 9 to 5, and sometimes we have to do that while we're doing our hustle on the side until it grows, and that's okay. And we have to be very careful of looking at other people or social media like they look like they live in a dream. You don't know what dream or not dream they live in. Right. It looks glamorous, but she just said it's not always what it looks. You see the pictures, but do you see the behind the scenes, the hard work? So keep that in mind.
Yes, love that, Charbria.
Yeah.
Love that.
So I have a question for you. Last question for you. You are maxing out. Ladies, she's maxing out, okay? Aura Bazaar, check it out, she's maxing out. So what's next? You have an online, right? But you also have 2 locations, and those locations are South Lake and Yorktown.
Yes.
Okay. And what's next for Aura Bazaar?
Well, we are excited to expand the brand.
Ooh, okay.
So we're looking to open in additional locations. We have contracts in the works with Rosemont Fashion Outlets. So we're looking to expand that. And we are also looking at other stores as well. We're looking at other malls like Chicago Ridge, Orland Park. So yeah, we're looking to expand the brand. We're looking to grow our online.
That's awesome.
We really want to make Aura Bazaar a household name, and take it's not about clothing, it's about a lifestyle. You know, being able to help local brands in the store, being your next Macy's, being your next Zara. That's what we're looking for.
That's amazing. Ladies, so she's expanding. You hear that? This is growth in 2023. Growth, okay? Not 1 store, not 2 store, but come on, some more stores. Okay? So let me ask you this, all right? So you said that you started Aura Bazaar because they didn't have plus size dresses or outfits that you liked, and now you're fabulous, okay?
Thank you.
But ladies, I have some good news because I also have an Aura Bazaar, okay? I have on the trophy white dress, okay? She has styled me, and I love pink. You see the pink? You see the pink?
No, we
So
love pink.
I know some of y'all little minis are like, what? You leaving me out? But they're size inclusive. Hello, come on, tell them about this.
We carry all sizes.
Woo!
We started off plus size, but we carry all sizes. We have a capsule collection of men and kids clothing as well. And Charbria looks amazing in this trophy white dress. Love it.
I love it. Get into it, y'all.
Yes.
Come on. You don't see the pink.
In the comments. Drop it in the comments. The pink in the comments.
Pink. Oh my God, it's called Trophy Wife. Okay.
Yes.
This dress is bomb. When I tell you that it hugs my little figure, I love it. It making me look good over here. I am loving this dress. And it has a jacket. Now, we're going to take some pictures later. But y'all who ain't, y'all listening and not watching, y'all need to get on the YouTube and see what we're looking like. Because we are fabulous.
Yes.
And you got to see her dress too. And her boots. She looking good.
Thank
So
you.
whatever size you are, you got to shop at Aura Bazaar. It's Chicagoland area. However, what's the website in case they want to shop?
It's shopaurabazaar.com.
shopaurabazaar.com. So you have no excuses, lady, to support this wonderful woman-owned, minority-owned business, okay? Whether you're in Chicagoland, Northwest Indiana, or somewhere else, you can also shop online at her boutique. And I'm telling you, it is fabulous. I love all of their stuff. From the shoes, accessories, the dresses, the clothes, the sweaters. It is fabulous. So you got to check it out. The clothes, they have the little cute bags. We're going to have some pictures for you. You're going to see them on our Instagram, TikTok. We're going to do it out all for you. But we're just so glad you guys tuned in. Thank you for coming, Jessica.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
Thank you to you and your team. You guys are amazing. I'm huge fans. Thank you for having me.
I love you so much. And I love Aura Bazaar. Make sure y'all support and check her out. But, okay, so let's get into some more details. If you are single, ladies, because we're getting into that Valentine's Day season, but it's okay. You do not have to be married to enjoy the season of love, okay? Let's talk about it. My book, Single and Satisfied, The Single Woman's Guide to Fulfillment. Get this book. Get into it. Check it out. When I was single, I encouraged singles. I had a singles movement, and I still have a heart for singles because I feel like we're fabulous, we're loved, with or without a man in our lives, all right? So check all my books out. I have a series of books for single ladies at charbria.com or charbriashine.com. Also, check out events. I have a Valentine's Day party.
Ooh,
Yes, it is February 4th. Go to charbriashine.com, click on events. It is amazing. It's a day party, 1 to 5 p.m. Red and pink, wear either or whatever you want. It's not necessary, but get into the colors, okay,
Yes,
of the
please.
season.
Yes.
We're going to have mocktails, DJ, dancing, games, prizes, giveaways, food, bomb, okay? Sweet treats. You do not want to miss this event. It's only $25. It's for adults. However, if you have a teen girl that you would like to bring to have a great time with us, you are allowed to do that as well. So make sure, ladies, you come out, share this podcast. She's been a blessing. We've talked about some great stuff. Make sure you subscribe below. Put on the notifications, okay? So you don't miss a thing. And also, if you're listening, make sure you watch the YouTube channel because we got so much flavor with these outfits today. Okay,
yes.
we fabulous. So make sure you watch it, share it. We love you, okay? Make sure that you follow me at Charbria Shine and Max Out Girl. And where can they follow you?
They can follow the business page at Aura Bazaar. We are on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. And you can also follow my personal page at J_free.
Yes, J_free. That's Jay.
J_FREE.
Yes, make sure you check her out and share, guys. Support this woman. Support me. We love y'all. And as always, we hope we said something that inspired, encouraged, and elevated your thinking. And always remember to max out, girl.